revisit that vision over and over again, then you have to make that bigger than what you see and make what you see match your vision. And be relentless until that's done.
Thank y'all for that. Yeah, as an entrepreneur, it's definitely difficult. You know, I'm a two-time business owner, international speaker, three-time author, and you do have to put in a lot of work. And regardless of what's happening around you, we got to put X's through our excuses. Because if you really want it, you got to get about it and go and make it happen. So I know COVID has impacted a lot of different people in a lot of different ways, negativity and positivity. So I want to know, like in your business, how has your business benefited in COVID, if it has benefited at all?
My business benefited because lots of people recognize being at home in their own thoughts. They realize, wow, I actually am more anxious than I realized, or wow, I really have some deep-rooted things that I haven't addressed. And so they've been reaching out to talk about those things and identify some processes and some coping skills and some mechanisms that you can use during that time so that you weren't just sitting on that. And I always tell people that our emotions are meant to move through our body. The word actually is defined as emotion. The energy in your body needs to move. So when we hold those things and we suppress those things, then we are emotionally and mentally constipated. And so during that time of COVID, a lot of people didn't know how to process those emotions. So I felt like during this time, lots of people reached out, and my caseload increased so much. And so it's been a blessing to be able to pour into a lot of people.
My business actually began in COVID. It created the sense of urgency in order to get my ideas out there and really start helping kids. When we look around and parks are closed and there's nowhere for people to go, I wanted to create ways for families to find joy in science at home, using things in their own cupboards, using things that are around them so that the learning doesn't stop, but there's joy. So COVID gave me an opportunity to really put into action all the things that I tried. We did a summer science series. We created lab kits and a drop-off session in a church parking lot, and parents came by, picked up their kits, and on Zoom we did 3 different science challenges. We created hydroponics systems, understanding health is wealth, and taking control of what you eat and what you put in your body. We did solar cookers so that you can cook using the sun in order to reduce carbon footprints and think about ways that people cook around the world. And then lastly, we taught kids about they have an inner superhero with their fight and flight responses and their own coping mechanisms. And they design icons and they design logos for their inner superhero. So when things got tough, they had something tangible to be able to reach back to be able to enter into school and what life was going to look like post.
So COVID for me was a sort of weird experience in the sense that a lot of negative things came out of COVID, but there were a few positive things that came out of COVID. COVID exposed a lot of disparities in what I spoke about earlier in terms of being able to access capital. But COVID, because the government pumping so much money into the economy, made a lot of capital available for people who didn't have access to it in other ways. So my business sort of kind of took off a little bit because one of the aspects of my business is helping businesses with their finances and their operations. And so a lot of small businesses were able to gain access to enough capital so to help kickstart their businesses. So I'm grateful for that.
Hey everybody. COVID was great for our business. As a smaller brand in the grocery store, if you guys remember when things started really kicking off, the grocery store was like empty, right? And so we were able to gain a big customer base because there was no Saturday
recession, and I was at the verge of possibly losing my job where I work. But then they managed to make it to where we could work from home, which was cool. But in the aspect, I don't want to be at home with working all day long. And I told them my office is no longer my office. It's now working for this, particular company. And I got to the point where it's like, if I can get up every single day and bust my behind for this company here, I can get up every single day and bust my behind for myself. So during COVID, I actually opened 2 companies. I assisted my son opening his clothing brand, Already Apparel, and then I officially started my full Tony Black management, where I now have 3 artists under my belt. Because I've been doing everything for free behind the scenes, and now I'm like, you gotta cut me a check. So I made it to where I had to make it work for me. So now I'm doing what I love. I do other things on the side, but I made sure I took full advantage of that time. So in the middle of me working and doing my 9 to 5 at the time, okay, let me go ahead and let me get my LLC running, my lunch break. Let me pull my laptop out. Let me go ahead and design this logo. So, because I was not home, because I was at that job from sun up to sundown. I even worked until midnight during a certain season. And then I was like, you know what, I can keep doing it. And then, unfortunately, they didn't call me back to come to work anyway. So I was like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? So, it took me through a couple different things. It was a time where I was a little bit depressed and sitting in that moment, but I was like, I gotta find a way to overcome that and get out of that, because I can't sit in that space because I'm not productive. So I had to make sure to get out of that, started my own company, started my son's brand as well, and so now we're doing it, and here it is, 2022.
Let's give it up for those answers. So I know with being an entrepreneur, there's always some type of advice that you want to give someone that's up and coming. So, like myself, I've had people come and ask me, how do you start a business? What do you need to do to start that business? So, the question I have for you guys is, what's one piece of advice that you could give to an up-and-coming young entrepreneur?
Do it. That's it. Do it. If your idea today is somebody's idea tomorrow. And I know that firsthand, because there's a few things that's going on that I was like, hey, I sit up here and I wrote it in a journal, and then I saw someone else do it, and I was like, I should have went ahead and do it. So the thing that I would say is do it, because nobody can push you and make you be who you are but you. Nobody can believe in it more than you. So you have to want it more for yourself than anybody else. And you just gotta step out on faith, and you just gotta do it.
Yeah, for sure. Time's real.
I would say the number one thing that you need to be an entrepreneur is believe. You got to believe. You got to believe in yourself. You have to believe in God, that He can give you everything that you need. Do you know that He has a promise to us that He gives us all things that pertain to life and godliness? So that basically means they didn't want me to tell y'all that. But I'm going to tell you anyway, okay? So basically anything that pertains to whatever your dream is, whatever you're thinking about, you have it. Let me tell y'all something. When I started moving forward, we started off with this idea, okay? We in the kitchen, okay, we come up with this recipe. And then it's like, let's put it in the stores. Let's get it out to people. Let's go to festivals like this and let people try it. And it's like, every step that we took, whatever we needed met us at that step. You'd be surprised. You have friends that you've known since you were a child who has what you need, who has the connections that you need. All you have to do is begin to take those steps. Do you understand what I'm saying? Just begin to walk out there. How many of you guys out there are business owners now? All right. Yes. How many of y'all are thinking about being a business owner?
Me too.
Okay. So I want you to think about anything that may be standing between you and that vision that God has given you. Understand you have it already. I don't care if it's capital, I don't care if it's knowledge. There is a reason why He gave you that particular vision. Execute. Do it. Move forward.
expect it to be there. When you get there, I promise you it will. Our business was able to go from a kitchen recipe to a partnership with Walmart to over 5,000 grocery stores. We did appearances on Shark Tank, QVC, Good Morning America. Do you think that I thought all that was there when we were just throwing the spice event? No, I did not. But once you started making those steps, everything that you needed is there and ready for you. So I just want to encourage you guys, believe, don't let nothing stop you. I'm not gonna let this chair stop me from telling y'all. So don't let nothing stop you. Okay.
I just want to say real quick, the lesson for today, we just witnessed it about being an entrepreneur. When you fall down, get back up. So this is a true entrepreneur right here. If you fell down and you're sorry, do what? Get right back up.
Got back up.
I just wanted to make a note. A lot of times, most of us, at least in my, I'm old, at least in my time, we were just taught to have a good job. We were taught to be either go in the army, a state job, a government job. I mean, in a good middle class family, but we were never taught to be a CEO and on our own business. One thing I wanted to say, I don't know if there's anybody out there. A lot of times we don't minister. I minister over 20 years in the jail and the prison. Nobody can stop you. No record in the world can stop you from having your own business. So you can also. And I think sometimes we miss that. And I'm not talking about those that got a crime, you can't be with certain limitations you may have. But a lot of times we forget about those people that have a record and they just gave into the crime. They didn't really do it because of the way the system is set up. So even you that may have a record out there, even you can have your own business because nothing can stop you. No record can stop you from going up to your city and going to City Hall and incorporating your own business. But you gotta want it.
So one thing I want to make sure we all get, we all always here to stay motivated and push through everything, but be realistic, okay? Be realistic in your vision and in your dream, because there's a lot of great ideas, but be realistic. Make sure that you do your homework. Make sure you do a study. Make sure you have other ideas to choose to pick from and get ideas from. But be realistic in your dream and go after it. But that's my thing. Be realistic, focus in, and go get it.
Awesome. And I just want to say, listen, not everybody's going to cheer for you. Not everybody's going to support you. You got to get you. You can't wait for everybody to cheer you on to the finish line. Sometimes you got to crawl yourself to the finish line to get to where you got to go. All right? You don't always get to run through it. So you got to keep pushing regardless of what you're faced with, who believes you, who does not believe in you. It's about you. You got to get you. If not, you won't be God. So what we're going to do is we're going to give a hand to our panel. Thank y'all for coming up here. We appreciate y'all. We're going to jump to the next segment of our celebration.
We're going to keep our panel up because our panels are now judges, okay? Y'all ready for this? And we're going to be brief. We only got a couple entrepreneurs within the spirit of that. We want to make sure we highlight this thing. We're doing it in real time. So we got some entrepreneurs from the vendor booths out here. We're going to represent. Now this is for the app. This is for a television network. We're going to be broadcasting what they do today for the rest of the year. And we're going to keep that going. What we're about to do is go into a game show we came up with. It's called Pitch, Don't Kill My Vibe. Now, for those of y'all who have been trying to get your business out here, now, I love Atlanta, Georgia, because y'all be spitting all kind of stuff. You be like, yo, I sell crackers. I'll be like, all right, bet. What? You got a business card with the cracker? It's a cracker on it. It's my name's on the cracker. All right, bet. I love that. So in spirit of that, we're going to bring that to life. We're going to talk about how this works and how the judges work. And we'll get it going, y'all. It's going to be fun. How's it work?
Challenge y'all about
hand, raise your hand. P50. All right, it's a little older show, but you remember the episode where they had to go run the city walking cheesecake? That's what we about to do, right? So, Lauren is going to have to run in place while she give her pitch. All right? We got our music and everything. So, you got to run in place. You got to be ready to get 90 seconds. That's all you get. All right, here we go. Y'all give it up for Lauren. That was hard. She had to run in place, you know what I'm saying? And do her thing. Listen, when you know what your business is and you know how to pitch it, you're like, when you go and pitch it, they ready for you. I don't care what it looks like. You better know what you're talking about because people don't want you to waste their time when you get in the room for the heavy hitters. All right, so we're going to bring up our next entrepreneur. Come on up. How y'all introduce yourself, your name?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are Exports Aromas. We are here based in Lawrenceville, Georgia. And we have everything you need to smell good and stay healthy while doing
it. All right, so since you guys do exercise really well, so your scenario is going to be, you know how Russell Simmons loves his yoga? So this is your yoga. So you have 1 minute and 30 seconds while doing yoga to pitch your product. All right? DJ, hit that music for me.
We are going to start off with what is called a sun salutation. Hallelujah. All right. So we're going to raise our arms high and say hello to the sun while we tell you about our beautiful fragrances, everyone. Take a deep breath. All right. We are Exploits Aromas. We are based in Lawrenceville, Georgia. My mother and I are cancer survivors. And we created this line because when going through chemo and radiation, you are not allowed to wear anything that is not natural. So we said we want to still smell good, right? Okay, so we can still smell good. There are no alcohol, aerosols, fillers, pushers, nothing that will give you all those headaches. And this is a beautiful day as we salutation to the beautiful day. And even as we stretch and breathe, when you're working out, we don't want to have a sour smell, do we? No, we don't. You want to breathe and be like, oh my God, you still smell like sunshine. Because it is not a good thing to be in the gym and bring in the extra. Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to give you this. It's going to make you smell good all day. And because it's on your skin and there is no alcohol or aerosol, it's going to begin to blossom and blossom all day. And people are going to ask you as you breathe deeply, what are you wearing? As they breathe deeply. Thank you so much.
All right, let's give it up for our second contestant. I love that yoga, love the yoga. I gotta start doing yoga.
Thank y'all, and that smells good. Listen, y'all gotta go to their booth and get some of that. That smells real good. I'm about to give me some of that. All right. So,
Thank you,
we're gonna keep the
brothers
show rolling. We got our third
and
entrepreneur
sisters.
coming
Once
to the
again,
stage.
tune in to Make
Who
Chocolate
we have? Where they
Convo.
at? Are they coming?
Click like,
They
subscribe to
coming.
this
Let's
channel,
clap it up for
share
them.
these
Let's
videos,
clap it up for them.
but most
Give it up for
importantly,
them.
receive
Come on,
the info,
ATL, we're in Atlanta.
apply the info, and you
All
will
right,
see
so
the difference. Hit the
that's what I'm
notification
talking
bell,
about.
so whenever I
So,
upload
we
any new
introduce
videos,
yourself, and
you
then we're
will
gonna
be
take
notified. And as
So,
always,
hey y'all, my name is Nejma Smith.
One,
And this is the CEO of
two,
Jay Soap. We're Jay's Made Lemonade.
peace.
Nice, Jake's made lemonade. We can use some of that. It's hot. All right, so this is what y'all scenario is. Ooh, nice. So this is what your scenario is. So, cardio with Missy Elliott. Y'all know Missy Elliott got some fire music that get you moving. So you're gonna have to do cardio, whether you jumping jacks or whatever, while you give your pitch. Hey, y'all ready? DJ, kick that beat.
Hey y'all, so I'm Nejma Smith. This is Jay's Made Lemonade. We use vegan sugar and local honey to help boost the immune system. We donate a portion of proceeds to NICU hospitals. Papa comes with the NICU baby born in May. I'm 24 weeks, weighing 1 pound, 9 ounces. So our whole goal is to heal the body from the inside out. I know y'all got kids. If you don't have kids or friends got kids, and we need to make sure that our babies have a healthy start. Thank y'all so much. Look us up on JaceMadeLemonade.com, or you can find us on social media, Facebook and Instagram, and Jace Made. Thank y'all.
And oh yes, people, as a side note, you
Y'all give it up for her one more time.
black men and black women together
Listen, so we're gonna bring up.
promoting businesses,
So we're
making
done.
money.
We're done with
Most
the
importantly, we are getting along.
with the pitch. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and close out
Now
our
I'm
show
out.
real quick.